Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking English Weiss Schwarz and why I've been pre-ordering a lot less of it. I had some comments before. Why don't I pre-order it and get it at the prices and just have it right away? What have I been doing with my money? And I'm going to go over that today. I'm going to be talking about Fairy Tail. I'm going to be talking about Rurouni Kenshin and lastly Kaiju number 8 and some of the actual releases that we've had recently. So first up, Fairy Tail Chronicle Set. This one came out on July 3rd, 2025. You saw it at Anime Expo. At some point, it is going to be added to the Bushiroad Global Online Store, but it is not there quite yet. There are 500 of these out there, and it costed the low price of $400. I laughed at the low price. But if you consider what's inside of here, which are the freaking SPs, yeah, that is a pretty small price to pay. Yeah, they are marked with an RE code on it. You can see 10SPRE, but at the same time, that really doesn't matter much because these are 500 of the exact same SPs, unless they did something I didn't know about. But no matter what, the card art's the same, the signature's the same. And because of that, if Weiss Schwarz decides to do this one more time, I am out. The day it is announced, I will be selling everything. So no matter how this set does, even if it fails, they are going to try again, I believe. I think they're going to do it one more time. And this time they're going to do it with something better. That happened with the premium booster boxes, right? We started out with Bang Dream. How did that go? And you know what? We still have premium booster boxes out there. And what I mean by all this is it's not a good thing if you are a collector or an investor to have multiples of these SP appear out of nowhere. Multiples being 500 of them. If you go back to the original video where I first talked about it, you could read the comments. There's other people out there that have said the same thing that I did. We are completely out if they decide to do this. Now, if you take a look at TCG Player, take a look at what happened. This is sorted alphabetically. And why I want to see this is because someone put up there the Chronicle Set version. You can see what's happening with the price. There you go. There was none available. Then 115. Take a look at the Juvia over there. It is 65, 87.27. So yes, all of these are being undercut. Take a look at Wendy at the bottom, 79.99. 3 available of the original ones. What do we got down here? $70. You see this? This is exactly what's going to happen. And when you have a set that is not in demand, and you have like or similar versions of the SPs, what's going to happen? It's obviously what I've told you with the gold and silver. If you have 10 people that want this card and they see a cheaper version, one that almost looks exactly the same, and they buy that, guess what? The pool of demand is now down to 9. And are they going to pick your original or are they going to pick the cheaper version? You decide on that one. Yeah, I know what's going to happen. Yeah, you announce one more of these sets and I am out. I do not care. And people are going to be like, why? Why does it matter so much? It's because if you wanted to preserve your value in cards, which some people actually do, they're not going to want to see 500 more copies of it. So let me just point this one out. See, this is Rascal Does Not Dream series. What happens? Let's say if they decide we're going to make a Chronicle set, we're going to make it $1,000. And inside of this Chronicle set, we have SPs, all the SPs with signatures in here. Do you think the people that are trying to sell this to you for $50,000 are going to be happy that 1,000 more of these are available? No. What is that going to do for their whole confidence in Weiss Schwarz? Gone. And you just go through the freaking list of all the different Weiss Schwarz product, any of the sets, name any of these sets. Right? Like if I just take away this whole, like, I could just look through any of these sets right here. What do we got? We got Bang Dream, we got Slime, Review Starlight, Fairy Tail Kona. Well, we already did we already did Fairy Tail, Konosuba, Quince, any of these. Just go down the line and imagine a Chronicle set is made and you own some of the SPs, and then you get to watch your SPs drop in price. Some of you may be happy, you're like, oh cool, I get to play with it. But I will guarantee there's a good sizable number of people that will never want to buy Weiss Schwarz again. Okay, and that's me. Rurouni Kenshin, let's take a look at this. You remember Rurouni Kenshin came out not too long ago on the English side, May 30th, 2025. I don't think it's doing all that well. You can take a look on TCG Player, but not a whole lot of it actually sells on the collector versions. Now you take a look at the SP right here and the SEC. This is the SEC. No signatures whatsoever down below. At the SPs, no signatures whatsoever. If I go over here to Union Arena, yes, this comes out on September 26, 2025. I told people this before when Rurouni Kenshin was announced with no signatures, that Union Arena would be coming out. And more than likely, there would be signatures on here. And if I just take a look, let's just scroll back and forth. Let's just compare. Yeah, which one would you have? Would you have want to get Exhibit A right here? Let me just actually, I was trying to zoom in here for you, but it moved me on the page. Exhibit A, do you want the English version with no signature, or do you like this art right here, which is a bit more zoomed in? You have a nice background. You have a signature. The color seems to match the signature as well. It's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, yeah, pretty freaking awesome. But then I look over here at the English Weiss Schwarz, and it makes me sad. Makes me sad all over. Then I think about Kaiju number 8, which is coming out for the English Union Arena side. Okay, October 31st. And then I flip over here to Japanese Weiss Schwarz. What do I got over here? What do I got over here? I got some plain looking signatures. It is really weird because you see the middle ones, they're all kind of plainish looking, and then you look at the left and the right, and like, okay, a little bit better looking. Yeah, but I don't get why you have to have two for each one of them, especially one being horribly plain. Okay, that's just, it makes me very, very sad, and that's how I feel lately with Weiss Schwarz. Does it make you feel all sad? I get a little bit sad, especially when I think about all the products that are a set to come out. So what do we got here? And you know, I love Bang Dream. I love Bang Dream. I got Bang Dream all over the place over here at my house, but you know, we got My Go, Ave Musica, you have Disney Mirrorverse, Girls Band Cry, yeah, SAO, Gun Gale, Marvel, Azure Lane 2, and Konosuba, which is gonna, I love the Konosuba. I'm really, really excited about that one. But then when I think about the rest of it, I'm like, I don't know about this. You know, people go, why don't you pre-order? Why don't you get it right away? For one, I don't play the game. I would love to, but I just don't play the game. So I don't need to have it right away. And if I know the price of this thing is going to be very cheap, like as in $33.64, because no matter what, premium booster boxes have this tendency more than likely not to do well, because maybe you tried to stick a serial number in there instead of signatures in there, or maybe you put out a really old set like Hatsune Miku, unless you're going to put out another set. But you put out this stuff, and why should I pay the higher prices during the pre-order when I know in the aftermarket I can buy from trusted people and still get a lower price? Because I have other things to do with my money. I put my money in all different places, and I've shown you before. I said I put it in stocks, I put it in other TCGs. I would like to buy some real estate. It's just where I would like to go in my life. And why should I put money into something that I know is going to drop and just have it sit there when I could do something else with it? That's opportunity cost. Take, for example, Pokemon Center that came out with this Mega Evolution booster box. You have these ETBs, you have this booster bundle. I will tell you, I did not get the booster bundle because I got kicked out. I got error 17 when I added all four, got to the shopping cart, kicked me out. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then I got back in the line and the booster bundle completely gone. So I at least got the booster box and the ETBs. But you see that instead of putting my money in something like this or something like this, I could take my money and buy this stuff. Or maybe I could buy this. This right here is the shelf that sits behind me. It's a work in progress. I just started it about like 2 weeks ago. This is my basement where I am currently recording this at right now. The reason why you haven't seen a face video is because I moved from the room I was down to the basement, and my cat bit through my video wire, and I just haven't ever bought a replacement wire for that. But regardless of all that, behind me sits this shelf, and I put all these boxes there. It's not all of it, obviously. I have way too many of them. And I will tell you, everything that you see on this picture has some sort of meaning to me. It is not because they are expensive or maybe they're not expensive. It really teaches me a lesson in each one of them. Maybe I'll explain it to you one day. But I do have something special for each one of these boxes. It's a reminder of something, and it's always nice to have a little reminder. It motivates me when I stare at some of this and I'm like, oh yeah, you got to remember that. Remember that lesson that you learned from this release. So if you think, I mean, you're never going to understand what I mean by all that, but is something special with each one of these boxes. But I like rotating them out. I also have my Weiss Schwarz off to the side, so I did not forget about Weiss Schwarz. Of course, it has special meaning to me because I'm still here doing these videos. And then you're asking me, what else you put in it? Well, I put it in Bitcoin. I mean, as of 7:48 p.m. tonight, Bitcoin $117,731.54. Remember, in some videos I told you to buy the dip, and I did, and other people wrote down in the comments as well. You also have this. This is Hood. Yes, $99. It was like 101 earlier today. Average cost $17.82. I know I'm up 455.64%. It is pretty insane. So as you can see with this average cost, and you can go back and take a look at when it was around this price. I've held on to this for quite a while. So this is what I mean by the whole, like you invest into things, you don't really touch it, you don't sell it, and you just let it grow. You put your money in things that actually are going to do very well. You don't put your money in things like this that I know is just going to do bad right from the get-go and will probably drop down in price. $33.64. And the whole reason I'm saying all this is because we only have one life to live. I tell you to budget all the time because I really do mean it. I want to retire early. I want to help out my family. I want to have as much fun with my family and friends as possible. And that's only achieved through budgeting and making sure you're not wasting your money in terms of if you want to invest in this stuff or you want to buy it and you don't have an immediate need for it, there's no problem in waiting, especially if you've done enough research to know that this is not going to go over very well. And it makes me very sad. I'm going to tell you this. I've been in Weiss Schwarz forever, right? You go back to my videos. I don't know how many of you thought I would even still be here doing videos. There's a bunch of people that really didn't think I'd still be around to this point. I didn't even think I'd still be around to this point. But alas, I am still here. And you know why I'm still here? Because I love this freaking game. I love anime. I just enjoy all of this stuff. And it makes me very sad to see what they've been doing to this game. They don't even fix their freaking website. You know how long it's been? How long did I was like, you know what, I'll give you leeway. You came out with this, you'll eventually get to it, right? They haven't fixed it. Look at this banner, man. Like I can't even click the thing and it won't if I click the thing, it won't send me to the product page. Like if I click this, it should go to Rurouni Kenshin. It doesn't. That was just me hitting back and forth. Like forward and back, forward and backwards, and this is how I get to Rurouni Kenshin. But I shouldn't have to do that. You should just be able to click it and it just goes there. But it just makes me sad that they haven't fixed any of the LG stuff. You have people selling promo cards when they really shouldn't be doing that. You have them just like practicing or doing run throughs on the English market right here with this Chronicle set. Yeah, what do they do with Marvel and Disney, just whatever happened with that. It is crazy. And then you try out serial numbers, premium booster boxes. You don't give us the AGRs. Just all this sort of disrespect. It's just very sad to see. So I really do love this game. Hopefully you all understand that. It's just I I could just take all my money and just go into this. You know why? Because it's so easy. If I wanted to just take my money and invest it, I go here. And when I'm done with it, I just push the sell button. Can you imagine like attempting to sell, this stuff right here? You like just imagine if you haven't sold anything really. Imagine going to TCG Player, listing up for sale, right? And then someone buys it, however long it takes, you put it in a box, you ship it off, the whole act of doing that. And then hopefully that person doesn't try to attempt to scam you, or the post office or UPS or whoever you sent it through doesn't lose it or damage it. You go through all that. We're over here, like when you think about investing, just straight up investing, you could just go here, buy this thing, hold on to it for a while, and then just hit the sell button, you're done. Right, I just I just wipe my hands clean of all this and I am good. Right there, easy 455.64%. Where over here, I'm like waiting whatever amount of time. And some people are like you shouldn't invest in Weiss Schwarz or anything like that. And I don't think that you should be saying that, because if those people didn't exist, this stuff wouldn't be available for you to even buy. Okay, it's just we need to get past all that whole player, investor, collector thing. just realize that there's some sort of market out there, and the people that are getting into Weiss Schwarz, hopefully you're doing it as a labor of love because you're in it for the long term if you're going to do it. Or I guess if you want a quick flip, something like Ave Musica, and what is it? Ave Musica? I don't even know anymore. Ave Musica and Mygo. I feel like Ave Musica is just the better of the two. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But no matter what, I love this game. I love anime. And the best thing out there going for us right now is Reborn as a vending machine season number 2. It's actually really good right now. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite animes to watch week after week after week. I mean, it's only been 2 episodes, so I can't see it week after week after week. Maybe I could say week after week. But no matter what, I'm here for however longer I can avoid this set coming out, or another version of the set coming out. That, like I said, the day that happens, it's all over. I'm not even joking. So hopefully you don't take this as a joke. I truly, truly mean that. So I hope, Bushiroad, if you're out there, you never do this again. But the day that happens, I guess I'll have an easier life buying Pokemon and stocks and just hitting the button, and it just disappears. But as always, if you have any questions or comment, please leave them down below. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.